Hello friends and YouTube chess lovers, welcome to another video of the Mysterious Night. In this video, we are going to see this amazing game between Arjun Erigaisi and Andrei Dimitri, where in the European Chess Club Cup 2024, where in the round 5, Arjun Erigaisi playing with the Alkaloid team and obviously facing Andrei Dimitri, which is playing from the Turkish airline. And here the game is important because after this game, Arjun Erigaisi at an age of 21 years, he reaches 2800 in the live rating point and now reaches world number 3 in the live rating list. That is incredible achievement from Arjun Erigaisi. So let's get started with this game where here Arjun was playing with the white pieces and he plays e4. Here the c6, the Caro-Kann defense was played, and Arjun continues with d4, d5, e6, e5, c5, and then d takes c5. This is all well-known theory in the Caro-Kann defense, and let's not this is still a bookish line, so let's not get into the analysis mode as of now. So here, obviously black continues with e6, a3 was played, bishop takes c5, knight to f3, f6, and b4 was played. Here b4 is hitting the bishop. So now obviously after b4 the bishop drops back to e7, bishop to b2, a5 was played, challenging the b4 pawn. So Arjun plays b5 himself, and then knight to d7. Now here the idea is the black has this nice center, but the piece activity is limited. Here the white has very good developed pieces and then clear path to continue. So here white has slight advantage after bishop to d3, and then knight to h6 was played. Knight to h6 developing this way, looking at f5 square, which is pretty critical because now bishop no longer guards this particular diagonal. So this is the good move. After knight to h6, queen to e2 was played, and then short castle was played. Now this is the perfect opening for both the sides. It is prettily even and nothing to choose here for. Now here after c4, here black has multiple options, but okay, the black chooses the one which is very easy because after knight to f7, here the marsh exchange will happen in the center of the board where Arjun first takes on d5, then knight d2 e5, knight crosses e5, knight crosses e5, bishop crosses e5, and then f crosses e5. Now this is the entire mass exchange of the minor pieces that has happened in the center, and this is all clarifying the situation here. After knight to c3, this is on the move number 16. That is a entirely new game because after knight to c3, white here gives up the advantage to black slightly because it is already showing minus 0.6 in favor of black. Here the better move was, okay, obviously e6 is the best move that engine is showing, but yeah, so there are multiple ways of playing it. Maybe simply castling also was, I think, was better than this. So there are multiple lines here, but okay, Arjun chooses this line. Maybe he was prepared, and here on the move number 16, it's a completely new game. So after this, okay, e crosses e5, knight crosses d5, and then bishop to c5 was played. Here bishop is placed very nicely, looking up in this diagonal in the future castling weakness of on f2, because also rook is on f5, and then queen can slightly slide over on the squares like f6 and g5 in the future once the knight moves. So this is the perfect setup for Andrekin, and as you all can see here, both the players are quite good in terms of time management here. This seems to be completely drawish position, and I was expecting while the game was going on that okay, Arjun will still not reach to 2800, but here after the castle, bishop to e6, knight to d3, and here the first inaccuracy was played by Andrekin, which is bishop to d4. Here king to h8, engine shows is the best move. Okay, why this move is not good, there are no clear reason as of now, but okay, in the future when the upcoming moves are there, you will realize that okay, it's not that easy for black to play, although it has bishop pair. So queen to h5, g6 was played, attacking the queen. Here Arjun sacrifices this exchange in the corner for continuously 4 moves. That please note that particular point. After bishop takes on g6, queen to e7, okay, guarding up this particular mate because mate in 1 was threatened, and then bishop drop back to e4 square. Rook to f4, attacking the bishop. Here still the Andrekin was not interested in taking this rook in the corner because obviously the centralized bishop is amazing, and white would love to give up the rook for this particular bishop. And then after rook to f4, the bishop to d5 was played, rook a to f8, rook a to e1. Okay, after the 5 moves, finally Arjun Erigaisi decides to save the rook, and king to h8 was played, g3 hitting the rook, and then rook 4 f4 to f6 was played, and then bishop to e6. Okay, finally Arjun decides to trade this bishops. So the bishop pair is gone for the black, and after this moves queen to e6, rook to e2, b6 was played, knight to c2, and then bishop to b2. This was again one more inaccuracy. Here already the white is having 1+1 advantage, and okay, bishop to c5 was a better move, obviously keeping the eye on this particular weakness and the diagonal. So both the rooks are tied up to this particular defense, and okay, so we have queen versus queen here, but obviously the black queen is more centralized, and then in future black queen can slide up to squares like b3 and cause a lot of problems to white's position. But here obviously black chooses to drop for bishop to b2, which is inaccuracy. And then after queen to h4, again one more inaccuracy of queen to d5, because here queen to, obviously as I was saying, queen to b3 was a amazing move. But after this move, Arjun goes a4, and then rook to f4 hitting the queen. Queen plays to uh, h6, which was a mistake. Okay, queen to h5 was a better move, obviously, because now this queen can be targeted. So after queen to c4, queen to h5, rook h to f5, knight to e3, rook takes h5, and knight takes queen. So both the queens are exchanged. Now rook takes c4, and then again rook takes b2, and rook takes a4. So here all the minor pieces as well as queens are exchanged. It's a completely drawn rook endgame where, okay, white is slightly better, but black has a lot of initiative and nice developed pieces to play for. Here Arjun first goes rook to c2, taking the activity, and then e4 was played. This was slightly inaccurate because rook to g5 was a better move, keeping the eye on this particular diagonal. Okay, after this, rook to d1 was played, and then rook takes on b5. This is completely blunderous move, because after this move, white is completely winning. It is showing +4 advantage in terms of white. And then obviously Arjun, being the player he is, he completely capitalized on this position. First of all, he plays rook to c7, then rook to g5 was played by the opponent, trying to keep an eye on this particular file, and also keep an eye on the defense, because the mate in 1 was threatened in the future. Arjun anyways goes to h4, first hitting the rook comes to h4, g4, and then rook to d8 check. Okay, rook goes back to the defense, and then rook d to d7, not taking up this rook and putting up pressure on this particular pawn. This pawn is a goner now, because there is no way to save this. Rook has to move because mate in 1 was threatened on h7. So rook to g4 again, and then rook takes first on h7 check. King comes to g8, rook goes back to d7, and then king has to go back to h8, because this mate is always threatened. The back rank mate is always threatened. And then king to g2, future idea of king to h3 hitting this rook up. And then here black has nothing to do but rook to b4, and then king to h3, same idea, hitting up the rook. Rook goes to g6, h5 was played, again hitting the rook. Rook to g5, because rook can't leave this particular file, because there is always a mate here. So there's a beautiful sequence where Arjun goes h6. Okay, rook to b1 was played. I don't understand the idea behind this particular move. Obviously here e3 was a better move in lot of the variations for black, but black doesn't chooses to go with it, and rook to b1 was played. This is a completely busted position, because now white plays rook to h7. Here the checkmate is threatened in the back rank, and there is no chance that white can do anything, black can do anything here, because if the check from the bottom, obviously king can come to g2, and nothing is happening. And obviously if you go here check, definitely there is no point in this particular move as well, because king can obviously slide up the board, and attacking the rook as well as this checkmate at the back rank is unavoidable. So in this position, on move number 48, Andre can resign, and this makes Arjun Erigaisi the 16th player to reach 2800 in the live rating position. Incredible achievement by Arjun Erigaisi, and we all congratulate him. So here, as you can see, that in the live rating board, now Arjun is on world number 3, and at an age of 21, breaching the mark of 2800 is absolutely incredible. Hope you like this video. Please feel free to share your views, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.